Hello everyone, I am back, and as I promised, I have the diamond painting sealer that I have gotten from Temu. So we're going to try these out. These two are the same. I just bought two of them, so I really shouldn't show two of those, but I'm going to be checking this one and this one, and I'm just going to use a regular, an already mounted, stretched canvas mounted diamond painting that I did a while back. So stick with me and we'll see if these dull the shine or not. Okay everyone, I have put this is the diamond painting that I am going to try to seal with these sealers. I'm going to put this on one side and this on the other side, and we're going to see which one dulls the diamonds. Now I know it may cause a difference in this one, but I can get this is a pretty prolific or picture that you can find just about anywhere. I can get another one of these, and some of the diamonds are coming off on the edges where I've stored it, you know, it being in the storage bag that I was using. And when you store these that are on a canvas that I've glued onto a canvas, and I do have a video about how to do that. I'll do a new one, because that one, a lot of people worry, say that they can't hear me very well. And what that is because I did it on my iPad, and the sound was hard to get across from where I was standing and all. But most people enjoyed that video. It's one of my very #1 videos that everybody watches. So anyways, and all you do is I cut the sides off, and I make sure I measure to get the center, and then I use Gorilla Glue underneath. I do 1/2, spray the glue, and then mash that, you know, press that down on there real good, and then I do the other side. And I'm very careful not to move it to where it's not totally centered. Now, that's an easy way to display them, take them down, change them out for holidays and stuff like that if you want to do that. And you don't, if you have a lot of them, you know, I mean, you have no idea how many I have in this room. I've given away a lot of them to my little friends. They like to do them for summer. Summer's coming up, and that gives them something to do for summer and all. My little small ones. And I hope to do that. But this one is getting a little raggedy. I need to re-put some of these diamonds that have fallen off, and I can doctor it up if I want to, but it'll be fine. I chose this one because it had a really good sheen to it. You see that? Really good sparkle. Really nice sparkle, and it actually looks better on camera than it does in person, because, you know, diamond paintings are supposed to be viewed far away, so that's why they look good. But if you look at it really close, you can see that it's very pixelated and not very detailed. So, you know, and what you're seeing is a lot better, you know, than what it is in person, because the camera, for some reason, really focuses in on this, and it really makes it look nice. So anyways, let's get started. I'm gonna have it upside down so that way y'all can see it right side up, and I'm gonna put you down here so you can see as I put the glue on. Now it's gonna go on thick or murky, so while it dries, and it'll probably go on white or cloudy. That's what I'm trying to say. This brain just doesn't want to work. while it dries, I'll take you outside and let you see the flower garden that I have been working in the last few days. So, bear with me. Here we go. All right, young'uns, let's see how this goes. All right, I'm going to do this one first. This is the little smaller version. I don't think these are by the same company. They still have, but they have the same symbol on it. It may be the same company, it's just one's a little bigger than the other. But we shall see. If there's no difference in them, then it just looks like a smaller, I mean, it does have a different, I'm over here talking and showing stuff. I'm so sorry. But you can see that they have a different look to them on their graphics on there. But they both have the little soft, see, this little soft thing. So we're going to start with this first one. And let me see if I can read it. Okay, this right here you want to wash off once you get done. Kind of clean that off. Don't want to squeeze it to add more glue, but you just kind of want to rinse that off, because you do not want that to get, if you don't use the whole thing, you don't want this to get hard, and then you can't use it anymore. I don't know how much this will do, this whole one. It's full right now, and it's hard to read it because it's the way that in Chinese English, and I hope that it's coming out. It says to squeeze some out onto this, and I'm trying. It doesn't seem to want to come out. That's kind of weird. You're seeing me use something that maybe I just need to squeeze it. Oh, look at here. Look. Look at here. It had a little silver thing in it. Can you see that? I'm so stupid. Honestly. Oh. Let me see if I can find some. Well, okay. Let's just use these. Let's see if I can get it out with... I have to get that out of there. Is it glued itself to it? It may have. Okay, I think I got it now. See if I can grab it. Okay, yeah, see? Now I'm making mistakes just like everybody else does. This will give you a heads up before you use yours. And those of you who have used this before me are probably screaming at the whatever you're watching this on, your phone or the TV, and you're like, that's not how you have something. See, there we go, we got it. And this is not easy to come off, they said. Anyways, let me just wipe it off on there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the top, and you just you just lightly put it on there and rotate it very gently. You don't have to press, really. And put some more on there. See there? And just rub it around on there. Okay. I don't know how fast this dries, but we will go across here and get it in there. I like that it actually has that little sponge on the top. That's really handy. Okay, so, and it is going on a little milky, murky, cloudy, whatever. And it doesn't seem to be using a whole lot. Now, I've got a hair in it. Isn't that great? That's just the way it is. And I got some on the side here, so I'm able to wipe it off. Okay. And you can, if you have a lot of extra, it looks like you can really pull it down towards the other. And see, if I had done this, I probably would not have lost any of the diamonds at all on it. Okay, so now it's kind of globbing. I may have put too much on some areas, but anyways, I'm gonna, whoop. Okay, go halfway. And I'm going in circles so it will get down in there. I'm trying not to be rough, which is a battle for me in these big old hands. And put some like that. Oh, see, I've got a few diamonds right there that have gotten caught in there. Let's get them off of there. But I can always put them back. I can always re-glue. And I try to keep my key and see, that's where a lot of them are supposed to be, right there. So if I go real rough over that, it's going to bring some off. So have to be very careful right there, okay, because I don't want to bring more off. Okay, that's about halfway. I'm using a little circle and rotating to get it all down in there. Okay. Okay, so it is cloudy, murky, and I'm going to get the edge of this. I'm going to try to take this off here where it's glob. Try to smooth that out a little bit. Okay, and I did get a couple, but see, this diamond painting was having problems anyways with diamonds coming off because of what I was using to store them in. So it can get globby if you use too much. And this right here, you probably could take like a wet cloth and try to get the excess up, but you really, the more you do that, you risk more diamonds coming off. And it looks like I've got it in all around. Okay, let's see, I got more on. I'm getting glue all over. All right, okay, everybody. I did get a little sloppy right here, which I'm going to just do that. Okay. All right, so that's this one, and make sure, and I put that back on there to kind of clean this off. I mean, you don't want to put it under running water really heavy. Just really trickle it and kind of try not to let that glue get back in there. I mean, the water get down in the glue, but try to clean that little, what you call it, sponge. Okay, now I know to open this up. This one is actually open. I may have taken that off, but I'm not certain. I don't remember taking that off. It may have fell off when I looked in there. I don't think I ever undone that. So this came. You can see where it used to be, because there it was right there. Oh, sorry, I'm up here again. The little silver thing was on this. Now it's probably fell off on the painting. So it is kind of thick, so it may take a little while to dry. So I'm going to, this is the next one. The bottom half is going to be, now this is much thinner. Look at this. much thinner. It's not as thick as that on the top, so I'm going to have a difference here. And I'm going to try to bring some of this over so it's not too much on there. Okay, and I do not want to cause any more of those to come off. Yes, this is much thinner. A much thinner glue. And I'm just going to go around and gently, and I'm squeezing while I'm doing it, letting out the glue, trying to get a good amount everywhere. And now I can just pretty much wipe it gently, gently around these edges. It's lost some. That's the main thing, is those edges. That's where I lose them. And there's that little silver thing that was on there. You see that? So that did fall down on it. And there's another. Okay, come on. Work with me here. Let's stop getting. Oh, it's under my fingernail. It's a little diamond. And it's under my fingernail now. So I have a little bit of a puddle going here in the center. And what I'm doing is I'm going to make sure that I get this in between each and every one. And it's clearer. If you've noticed, you can really tell the difference that this is a little bit clearer. I may be putting way too much on at a time, but it looks like it goes a long ways. Look at this. I'm really pushing this stuff around. I like this one better because it's thinner. I bet this one will be the one that stays, hopefully it would stay clear. I've probably put way too much on here. Everybody's probably saying, Lara, Mim, you don't need to be doing it that thick. Because once you get it on there, you're like, okay, what do I do to get it off? And it's probably just keeping on pouring more out, even though I'm not squeezing or anything. So, I'm trying my best just to get it even. It's not so easy. Okay, so you can see that little diamond got in my finger. Okay, get off, get off. It's stuck to me. Okay, so there's both sides. I don't know if you can tell. This was much thicker. This is much thinner. You can see it. So you can see a difference between the two. Thicker up there. Thinner down there. Well, it's still... So, anyways, we are going to let that dry. Okay, everyone, I am outside and it's very bright and sunny. So I wanted to show y'all my flower bed that I've been working on. In the front of, I actually have a rock garden. Can you believe it? I sell rocks too. So yeah, so I just want you to see what I've been doing lately. You may hear this water. You can hear that water going right there. Here is my little fish, my goldfish pond, which I just love having a goldfish pond. I'm sorry. I love having a goldfish pond. And there's some Kayla lilies right here that I just got and planted. Got those at Walmart. And that's a walk-in special, that big goldfish. He is a rare goldfish. The others are just regular fancy goldfish. from Petco, and they have the double tails, all of them do. And then you can see this thing looks like a it looks like a snake. Let me get back. Let me get over here. Let you see. You can see it looks like a snake, but it's a loach, and it has whiskers. And his name is Mr. Whiskers because when it comes up and eats, its little whiskers, it puts its little nose out of the water, and you can see the little whiskers. Let's see if I can get down in there. You can see it. Isn't he funny? He's got red eyes. They're ready to eat. And this has been out here about 2 weeks, and the pond will turn green, but it will cycle, and after a week or so, it should start clearing up again and getting its own natural, it's just a natural cycle. Alright, so here are the new flowers. This is Agaria. Bell is a dark pink, and it's actually what they call that, what is it, whirling butterfly, because the little butterflies gets above it and whirls around and around and around. And that's what this is. These are the ones that come back every year, perennials. And here in this little pot, we have sweet tooth cotton candy. I believe it's zinnia, and I pinch off the blooms whenever you plant. I know you hate it, but pinch off the blooms so that way the energy of the plant isn't going to the blooms, is going to make better roots right now. So once those roots get out there, then the blooms, it'll be a thicker, healthier plant. It won't be leggy. And this is carnation, and it is a pink purple. It's got a, wait a minute, where is it? Okay, there it is. It has pink and more of a purple in the middle of it. I don't know if you can see that. I'm sorry. And this one over here, this little girl that works at the place that I bought this. It's called Neighborhood Nursery on Fairview Road in Simpsonville, South Carolina. And she come up and says, "Have you seen these? These are so pretty. Have you ever seen these?" And I had to get one because of her. And I told her that. I said, "I'm buying this one to remind me of you." It's a viola. And they're sort of in the, like my mom said, they're in the pansy family. And they will come back every year. And they make good container. If I can get this back in there. Good container plants. Now these are called pink jelly beans. You can see these. Aren't they pretty? Pink jelly beans. And it's a little sedum, succulent type. And they don't have to be, you only water them when whenever the soil gets absolutely dry. They don't like a lot of water. They like it to drain very well. There are gravel in the bottom of this. And I should have put a little bit more sandier soil in here. They like that a little bit better. Just to mix a tiny bit of sand in with your potting soil. But it'll be okay so long, because this is really hot out here. And it will dry out really quick. And then here is another Calla lily. It's not as magnificent as that yellow one over here. I meant to show you that. And I'm making a shadow over it, but you can see just how pretty these Calla lilies are. That one is really nice. And oh, I showed it to you when I come out. I got it at Walmart. I remember saying that. Okay, so there is the other one that I got at Walmart. And you can see it's this flower spent. There's some new ones. Some really pretty. I love it. They look like those pitcher plants. We think My mom told me she thinks these are, let me think, dahlias. We think these are dahlias. And I may have planted the 3 to 4 foot ones in these pots on the end of my porch. It may, oh no, I don't know. So we're going to turn to the left here and see I have some Asian lilies that I planted from Aldi. I got it from Aldi, and they were planted in middle of March. And now the amaryllis, I think it's amaryllis, those little bulbs came up this year. I bought these year before and had them beside my, you know, they come in these. They come in these. The bulb will be up here, and you'll see the roots down here, and it'll have a really pretty flower on it. I've planted them in here, and this one come back this year, but it didn't flower. And this is Creeping Jenny. It makes a wonderful, you can see where I fed it. The little granules on here is, I'm trying to knock them off, but I don't want it to burn the flowers. I mean the foliage. But this is a ground cover that is great to put in your containers. Now this, I don't know the name of this, so if you know the name of this, it's sort of it was in a basket of succulents, a combination of different succulents. They have most all of them are gone, and this took over. And so this is like the second year. So I don't know what that is. And you can see I have a lily planted down there that's come up. I'm so happy. And I have another one of these with a dianthus. I think this is dianthus. I don't know. If I can remember. If I'm wrong, I'll try to put it up there to where you can see what it is. But again, that may be too big for the pot, but that's okay. We're running with it. And this is 3. This is actually 3, and it's falling over. So I may have to use my little sticks over here to brace these up. So there's those. And I do like to put little glass bowls out in my garden. Now on this side I'd have more of the pink jelly beans in these pots. Now this is hens and chicks from North Carolina up in the mountains that my cousin and my aunt and my cousin sent down to me and my mom. And so mom put them in here with some little seashells and everything. And they're doing really good. They got the little babies. See the little babies? And you can take these out and you can replant them in another one. And if you notice, they are dry. I do not water them at all. They do their own thing. Now I do have another plant in here, and if you see this little plant right here, this little plant right here, I've actually plucked it off the main plant and put it in here, and I will have to tell you later what that is. It's a seed on like this, but it's just a different. I got that glue all over my finger, and when I point at it, I'm like, look at all this on my finger. And some more. This is what you do with the pink jelly beans. You can take, or these fall off. They're very easy to fall off. Okay, so if they do, you just take and make a new planter and plant them in there, and in just a day or so they have already started sprouting roots, because I mean they are down in there. You can tell they're sticking up there, and they're ready to make a bunch of more, a little plant. So that's a little planter someone gave me. And another a dianthus, I think it is. And this is my solar. I have a solar fountain here, and I just put it out here because we're facing north, And the sun takes too long to get that way. It's probably 4 in the afternoon by the time it gets, or 3, by the time it gets all the way over here to the plant, to the fountain. So I needed solar to be able to come out further out away from it. There's some hosta. And I've got a little, oh my goodness, mimosa tree. This is like a forget-me-not. Let me show you what it does. This is actually, will grow up to be a mimosa tree. Alright? Now when you touch it, it will literally, let's see if it'll do it. You can see it starting to close up. See how it's closing up right here? You see them closing up? They would call these forget-me-nots or whatever, or don't touch me's or whatever, and it will literally close up. Now when I go in, it takes it a little bit. And there is some more carnation, I think. No, that's a dianthus. So those aren't dianthus in the mother. If you can tell me in the comments below what these are. They're a bulb, they're a spring bulb. I'm trying to think. Oh, I can't think. Now the little flowers that I cut off to help the roots grow is, Mom said, put them in your water. Put them in the water, float them in there. And they have stayed nice. And that's another little solar fountain that my mom gave me. I have another flower coming up there. And I stuck a little pink jelly bean in there, and it's growing. And you can see where these hens and chicks have literally dropped a baby down here, and it's growing down there. You can see you don't really have to do anything to them. They just kind of go their own way. If you water them, they will die. I don't know why someone's left a broom out here. Anyways, there's some more dianthus. And these are the pretty salmon color. And another Asiatic lily. And a fern that has just decided to come up from out of nowhere. I have no idea how it got planted there. And these are cedar stumps. And here's another little bowl that I got at a thrift store. And you realize that these things have been painted because it starts peeling off the back. You can see where I put another, let's see if I've got it in view. Yep, right there. Another one of those little pink jelly beans. And here's the sedum. This is another sedum. This one actually makes pink puffy clouds in the fall. But they don't last long, then they turn brown. I wish they lasted a little bit longer. Here is a boxwood that we shape every year in a 3-ball type book. And here is some little teapots and things like that out in here. I had a peony rose bulb put there, and it just did not. We had a late frost, and I think that may have got it. And then we had a whole week's worth of rain, so that may have rotted a lot of them that I planted. Anyways, this is I've got another one coming though. I've ordered another one to put in there. Now this is called Voodoo. It's a stone crop, sedum spurium, and that's what it just looks like this. Wait a minute, I'm sitting on something that's been in the sun. It's metal and it's burning my leg. Anyways, that's what this one looks like. It's really, really pretty. And you can also, that's the little plant that I plucked off, planted in with the other little succulents. And here are some of the rocks that I've gathered from where we go hunting at, that I'm going to put in a tumbler and make jewelry out of. Got to cut it up, in shapes and such. Now I have a hydrangea. Now this is what that creeping Jenny does. Now there's clover in here, there's some grass, but all of this is creeping Jenny with some clover. And this is a hydrangea that I bought last year. Oh, there's a little bit of flowers here. Yay! Little bit of flowers there coming out. Good. So let's hope that it will. Whoops, did I break something off? I did. See, look at me, stupid. Anyways, and then I have more sedum right here, that pink sedum that I just planted. You can see that wonderful creeping Jenny and clover, and there is a gardenia. I do believe that's a gardenia. It's flowered once, and it's got some kind of white. I don't know if that is a disease or something. You know, I don't know if that's a disease. We'll have to figure out, maybe. So, anyways, and there's glass that I'm gonna break and tumble to make white Christmas trees, glass Christmas trees. And there's our new flagpole. Yay! And I have a Christian flag right here. So I do my video inside this room. And so whenever you see me looking out, I'm usually seeing somebody walk here. And there's our camper that we go on vacation with. And you see my Labradors back here. What's the matter, Coda? You didn't want to come up and say hey? And there's Artie behind. Hey, Artie. It's Arctic Bear and Coda Bear. And this is our home away from home that we go to the beach and the lake and the mountains in. It's really fun. We've been very blessed that the Lord's allowed us to. And more glass too that broke. So that right there will be tumbled. It is also painted or whatever on the other side, so it will turn out clear, which I use more clear than any because of the oh, and a beautiful butterfly. Look at there. Look at that. Let's see if I can get in there. What a beautiful butterfly. It's so nice. And there it went. And there's some more hens and chicks in these boots. See? Okay, that's my garden. So I hope y'all like that. We'll go check and see if that glue has dried on the diamond paintings. Let me see. Is it still on you?
Was there something on me?
Yeah, pretty butterfly just flew and got on my mom. She don't want me on camera.
They need to be repotted.
Okay. She has just grown, and tell me what these are.
Impatiens and petunias.
And so I'm going to be busy out in the garden putting them either. These need to be out in the shade, so they'd probably do better over here where my gardenia is. So it'd be better just to plant them there.
Yeah, you could put one or two in the sun and see how it does.
So you said they were what again?
Petunias and impatiens.
Okay.
And Elaine said, my sister, that I think she said that she had some in full sun and that they did fine.
Okay.
I don't know.
Now also tell us what you thought this was.
Oh, dahlia.
Dahlias.
Yeah.
Okay, I kept saying dianthus, and it's not what it was. So that's what it is. Okay, we're at Mom's garden. She's been crocheting so much that she hasn't had as much time to get out here. But I did want and get it fixed, like she wants it. She's in the process of starting to get it going. This right here is indigo, this blue flower right here. This is actually what South Carolina was really popular back in the old days. That's how they made blue jeans, with this flower. It made the ink, the blue dye, yeah. And you can see just how pretty it is. And it's nice to have in your garden when you live in South Carolina. And that was one of our major exports, the demands of South Carolina back in the old days, like 1700s. And she has a little water fountain. And look at her pretty chandeliers and hummingbird feeders. Aren't they nice? And as more things grow and get prettier, we'll show. And see, here's that creeping Jenny again. Makes a beautiful little pot. And a little tricycle with the little hens and chicks. And these came from North Carolina. Are these the original ones from North Carolina? Yeah, from North Carolina. You can see it's in that little pot. And you can see how nice they are. And you don't have to do anything to them. You just put them in there and let it go. If you water it, they'll die. I'm going to feed these little fish, trying to do it while holding my camera. You can see. And there's Paige, the little kitty. Okay. Y'all can't have it. Y'all can't have it. And I know that's a lot of food, but they will clean this up. Let's see them eat that. This is little Cade. Kitty. Hello, Cade. Pretty boy. We believe he has a little bit of bobcat in him. He's something else about his fur. He does not like his fur to be out of place. Very soothing. I love having this. I got that barrel at Aldi. It was only like $12, $11.99. And then I got a fountain. And I got the fountain that goes in a bird bath, and it wasn't long enough, so I bought a little mini attachment. And when I got it here, it did not fit. So I just had to kind of rig it to fit, and I used Flex Seal tape like on TV, as seen on TV stuff, and it works. And it worked, and it's working real good. And I just wanted to have a solar one because we don't have an electric outlet out here. Frodo, quit gagging. You can see these crazy fish. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. That loach. They're bottom feeders actually, but this one thinks it's a top feeder. They'll eat every bit of that. There's 3 little goldfish and 1 fancy goldfish. They have the double tails. And when we get the area where our pool was finished, we're going to put a bigger pond with some koi maybe in there. So yeah, we love these little ponds. It's so nice and restful and peaceful to sit out here beside it and watch the fish. And my 2, I have 1 lily pad plant in there, and it's already got 2 leaves that has come up. And if you notice, if you can see it down in there, there's more coming up. I'm going to have maybe 5 leaves this year, maybe more. Real fun. And there's my 14-year-old, 15-year-old cat, Lizzie-Bud. Lizzie-Bud. Hey, baby. Lizzie-Bud, smell this. Smell. See? You can see it. See it. It's right here. I'm trying to get her to look up at you. She's got blue eyes. Lizzie-Bud. Hey, pretty. She has silent meows. Okay, babe. I gotta go in. I can actually already tell by looking at this, walking up on it, that it has dulled the shine. I'm hoping that I'm not seeing something wrong. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, you know. But let's see if it's dried. This side is not dry, okay? This side, is it dry? I'll look at this to make sure. I don't think it's dry. So it's going to take a little while longer to dry. I'm going to go take it and put my hair dryer, get my hair dryer out and try to dry that glue for you and see if that will speed up the process. Okay, everyone. Oh, I have went and dried it with my hair dryer, and I don't think that there's that much left that's wet. Okay, I don't believe there's much wet at all. I'm not feeling any wet. So I do notice from what I am seeing, it looks like the bottom is shinier, sparklier than the top. It's not as, it has not took away that sparkle. And I just want you to see the bottom, if I can get that sparkle. Where's some light to get some sparkle? Let me pull you up and see if that helps. Okay, let's see if you still can see sparkle on this diamond painting. All right. Can you tell
Does it look like the sparkle has been taken away? This up here looks just a tiny bit less sparkly than the bottom. I don't know if you can tell much of anything on this camera. Okay, I'm going to try to turn it sideways, let you see that sparkle on the side. I think the window makes it a little harder to tell. May close my window. That's the bottom side. You see how sparkly that is? Okay, now the top. Now it's sparkly too. Look at there. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these, but I do like the bigger bottle, the one on the bottom better, I do believe. I do believe. So no, I don't think these are really good. I'm thinking that I didn't lose any sparkle. In fact, it looks like there's more definition to it. A little bit more definition to it. You see this? And can you tell that there's a line here between the top glue and the bottom glue? Can you really tell that? You know? Let's see. See that sparkle? It's hard to do these on camera because sometimes I don't know what it's really seeing. All I'm seeing is that little viewfinder up there, and when I get on my computer, it'll probably jump out at me. But I'm kind of, let me look at it again. Oh, let's see. I'm thinking I like the bottom one the better. There's not much difference at all, if any, other than that this one was a little bit more liquidy, more thin than the top one. The top one was a little bit more milky and thick. This was the top. This one was the top, and the bottom was this one. So I like this one. You get more in it. It seems to go a little bit longer ways than this one did. This one feels like it's half full now. This one, if I can look at it in the window light, maybe I could see. Oh yeah, it's right here. I just used that much of that bottle. Right there. It's right there. That's the line. Okay? Now, if I can see, I can't tell with this one, but it feels like at least half of this one is gone. So for the money, I think this one is a lot better. And I noticed the last time I looked at it on Temu, it was sold out. So anyways, I'm going to put this up here. So hopefully that helps y'all. They're not very expensive, and if you can find it, keep an eye on it whenever it's got a sale on it on Temu. Always keep an eye on items that they reduce. They reduce things all the time, and that's when you want to get the stuff because you're not paying the fuller, the more, you know, the full price of it. So this one, Antofly, Anttofly. That one won by very, yeah. Let me see if I can show you this way. If I lay it down like that. Does that make more sparkles? Can you see more sparkles that way? But it's not murky, you know what I'm saying? It's not dingy. It's still nice. It's not ruined the painting. And that's the whole thing about sealing. That's why I haven't sealed but two paintings, I think, two paintings before, because I lost so much of the shine that I didn't want to do that. And so if I had had this stuff on here, I probably would not have lost the little diamonds on the sides here where I've stored it, taking it out, putting it in. What I need to do is put it in like wrap it in parchment paper and tape it whenever I store it, so that way they're not rubbing on each other and pulling their diamonds off. So that would be a good thing. But this glue is very strong. It's not been dry for very long, and it's hard for me to even really move one of them. So I'm quite pleased with this. This is the winner here. And if it's the same stuff, it's the same stuff. This one, you could tell it was more cloudy when it went on. It was thicker. So, I mean, if you just use this one, you would never really notice unless you had these two to compare side by side. So if all they have is this in stock, or it's on sale, go ahead and get this one, because there wasn't that much of a difference, just a tiny bit of less shine than this one. So overall, really good demonstration here. I hope it come across on the camera for you. I hope that it help you decide whether or not to buy these. If you're gonna have, if you're gonna, now this was this size picture, so, and I use this much. So to do one, that would be that, and then it would probably take the whole thing for this. Maybe a little bit more, depending on how much you use, how thin you put it on there. But I think I'm really pleased with it. I'm very surprised. I was not thinking that this was going to be any different from Mod Podge or any of that stuff. I'm afraid of Mod Podge. I will not put Mod Podge on here because it yellows over time. I don't know about this though. And a lot of people said they lose their shine with it. Some people use epoxy from Lowe's, and I need to try that on a diamond painting here soon. That would be a good thing to try, and do it against the Mod Podge and see, and put this beside those examples. That might be the next demo that I do with y'all. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the garden flowers and everything while this dried, and my mom's flowers as well. And we'll give you updates on our flowers and all the other things that we have been doing as we go, as the summer comes along, the spring. So I hope you, each and every one of you, have a wonderful spring. And remember, Jesus loves you, and I love you, and I think the world of you. Each and every one of you. I may not know you, but I love you just the same. And I thank you for subscribing and hitting like, and all of you that take the time to tell me, answer questions in the comments, and give me encouragements, and just take the time to write to me, even if it's just a little emoji or with a thumbs up or a little face, a smiley face or whatever. I love it. I love it, y'all. Y'all are so wonderful, and you help me keep going. So y'all stay safe. God bless you. Bye.